Now for our regular look at the ethical and faith items raised in today's newspapers, we welcome back Nick Pollard, who's a film critic, you know already, and also self-made millionaire Terry George. Morning to you both. Thanks very much. We're going to talk about a pregnancy pact, actually, first of all. And this is to do with the movies, actually, isn't it?
Well, it is. It's a fascinating story here in Gloucester, Massachusetts, of a group of girls, 15, 14-year-old girls, who seem to have got pregnant under some kind of pact. There is a lot of questioning. Why is that? What could have caused it? And some people are pointing out, in fact, the photo in the feature here is could it be from films like Juno, where they're seeing these films and getting ideas from those?
My immediate question was, it all the same father?
I think they're looking into that, to be honest with you. Yeah, they're looking into that. And that also, in some ways, ties in with the front page of The Observer as well, doesn't it? About here. About having school sex clinics as well. And what age are they talking about, Nick?
Well, this is part of this whole challenge that we've got, that so many teenage pregnancies, 1 in 3 girls lose their virginity before the age of 16, and big questions about what can be done about that. Of course, what I would say is if 1 in 3 are having sex before 16, that means 2 in 3 are not. Perhaps we should also be thinking, what is it about their beliefs and values that means they choose not to have sex?
Okay, what about you, Terry?
Well, I slightly disagree with that. I think that we should be talking to all the kids, you know, at this age. Obviously, there's been a lot of research done to say whether it's a good age to speak to the children at. And I think that if we can prevent any pregnancies of teenagers under 16, I think it's a great thing. You know, I think, and it's difficult, isn't it, to pick out, Nick, the people that are, you know, the odd one out of the 3 really, who, you know, who it does affect or doesn't affect. I think that we need to teach all our children, you know, safe sex and about, you know, the dangers of having, you know, children under the age, really.
Interesting story, particularly from your point of view, actually, Terry, on the front page of the Telegraph. And this is about the bishops' boycott dividing the church, and the Church of England may be torn in two. And this is over views on homosexuality, isn't it?
Pathetic, isn't it? This really angers me, this story. I mean, I was furious when I read this morning. You know, it's just the senior clerics that are snubbing the talks, which is taking place shortly. You know, and it's all about right-wing Americans and African bishops. You know, there's more problems in the world than 2 men loving each other. You know, it's absolutely pathetic in this day and age how they're just so out of touch.
But can you understand that some people might think it goes against their faith, and that's why it offends them?
But yet, you know, why does it affect them? That's what I can't understand. Who does it affect? Nobody's killing anybody.
I said offend them.
Oh, it may offend them. Sorry, I do apologise.
Yeah, no.
You know, but it's not killing anybody, is it? It's not causing any danger. I do struggle to find out why they find it offensive, really. I just can't get my head around it.
I think as passionately you feel about that, we recognise that there are other people who hold other views and hold those very passionately. I think one of the sad things is the way in which the Church of England, of which I'm a very happy member, has held together over so many issues, and this now is almost becoming a touchstone of orthodoxy. Is this the decision? Is this the thing that we're going to decide we're going to split on? I think it's something we need to really think very carefully about and listen to different people, but also listen to those who are pointing back to their belief in Scripture.
Well, I mean, I'd love to be part of the church, but yet, you know, I can't be included because, you know, my homosexuality has an effect on it. I mean, my civil partnership that I had, my local vicar said to me, you know, he said, I would have loved to have done it at the church. He said, but of course it's not the thing we can do.
Yeah. Just really quickly, I didn't know you wanted to mention the pink list as well. We've had the rich list, and now we have the pink list. You're not on it, Terry.
I know, I've looked. I think I'm actually 101.
Yeah, I bet a lot of people think that.
Yeah. I mean, but there's some great people on there. Of course, Alan Carr, who isn't #1, but I think should have been. He's fantastic. Wahid Ali has dropped down to number 54 from number 30, which I'm a little bit concerned about. And there's a newcomer in there, Jane Cheselska. She's a good friend of mine, and I'm pleased to see she's in there. But the real story on this, the real story, I think, actually appears on page 47.
Go on.
Where basically it's talking about the real people that should be receiving the recognition. And of course, for the first time this year, it says that Gay Pride will have active servicemen marching on the parade, which is a great breakthrough, I think.
We're running out of time. I want to talk about philanthropy as well, but we've done a little bit of that earlier. What about ties? There's a story about ties, isn't there? Where is it? YouTube, the story about ties, which says that ties are
making a comeback. Yeah.
Neither of you are wearing them.
No, we don't wear ties, do we?
No, but actually we were talking about this earlier. I've just had my 30th wedding anniversary with my wife. We went for a few days on a boat. It was fantastic. I had to learn to tie a bow tie. It took me hours, but at the end, I felt like James Bond.
And you can't tie a tie either?
How do you know?
I was told.
No, I can't do a Windsor knot. I can tie a tie, but I'd love to be able to do a Windsor knot. But you know what? I see so many people wearing ties and they just don't match what they're wearing. They just look so ridiculous. So I think ties are out. Definitely no ties, I think.
Certainly out today on Sunday Live. Thank you very much. Thank you both.